Hello, world. This is Kevin Pascal, and you are tuned into another episode of the Hinted Neuron podcast. On this episode of the podcast, you hear me talk with Dio. Dio is a UI UX designer. He's also a product design. He does product design and product research, and he does design generally, anything around the design space. So we talked a bit about design, but largely we talked about society, societal issues, and comment around society and problems in society and all this cool stuff. So if you like this podcast, please leave a review with 5 stars on Apple Podcast. If you are new, please subscribe, share my episode to your friends and on social media. And now here's my conversation with Dio. I am here with Dio. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Okay, good evening. My name is Temidayo Folajin for full, and then yeah, you called me Dayo. I'm Dayo, so you can call me that too.
Yeah. Okay, so Dio, you are a designer. I think UI UX designer, product designer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a product designer, and then yeah, UAX if you can say so. That's two both. They go some. They both go somewhere.
Okay, we'll probably talk about design, but like, what was your day like? Like maybe on a good day, what would you be fine? What would I find you doing?
Well, on a good day, you find me listening to Khalid music while designing. I think that's my default mode per se. Yeah, I can say that. Or you can actually find me listening to Don Toliver.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't get you now because we didn't talk about what UI UX and
Okay.
for like because of those days, I think was UI UX. That might seem like a foreign word or foreign acronym.
Well, UI means user interface. UX means user experience. And then apparently user interface is what you see is what you get. More like and then user experience is I think user experience is the backbone of what UI is. When I say user experience, I'm talking about what a user can actually experience using a particular product. Do you understand? It can vary from A to Z. Do you understand? And then that is why once you see someone that does UX, congratulate the person because it thinks a lot, it makes a lot of research. So it can basically tell you how we are going to do something. Like once when someone has this vast knowledge about something and then he has made research about a lot of things. Imagine a UX person working with a UI person and then they're working on a project that deals with charity. Do you understand? A UX person can actually give the statistics of people that are giving charities and then the reason why people give charities. Like, and then he will try and summarize things for you, and then you'll be like, wow, are you knowledge hunter? No, that's his work. That's his niche, or that's a niche. You're a niche. I'm more like
Okay, so you guys design app and design interface of app and search how the user flow is going to be. All that is interesting. All that is interesting. So for you as like because I see designers as amazing people here because I'm not really good at designing things that might appease like put a gun to my head, design something that look good for 100 billion people. I don't think I'm that person. I don't like to stress myself with details of alignment and all this and colors and all those things.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
you probably see the world in a way and it might be interesting what goes on in your head. So on a normal day like this, or let's just start from right from when you were little, how did you start to like perceive the world? I guess, or what are those things that you are conscious of growing up? You know, those little things that you began to, like start becoming conscious of them and how you perceive the world. I for me, I guess that's like how people usually develop all these mindsets
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
More like
start to incline towards a particular niche or career.
yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, depends on Depends on the way you see the world. And then people say I see the world differently. But the thing is, there is this particular way and there is particular experience everybody has in common. Do you understand? And then it possibly can be the way they see the world. And then, as a designer, I have different ways of seeing the world. That is me being a designer. And then me being a normal person. As a designer, I see the world as I say what we fault. Do you understand? Because as a designer, you tend to look for faults and then you like to correct them. More like when you see something, I say no, this shouldn't be so. Let's try and change this to this, and then probably just move it a little bit to this. Do you understand? But as a person, I see the world as an inevitable place, and then mistake is inevitable also. So I appreciate I appreciate it when I see people acknowledging their mistakes, and then I think which is a factor that is being neglected in our society now. More like,
So there's a certain way you see the world, and then you like try to like. Although I want to like expand on all this right now, and try to like I like to pick people's brain on this podcast, and I like stories too. So for you right now, as you were growing up, let me just ask, like, while growing up, what were some things that like you just didn't like right from a young age perceive that as no, like because why do society want me to do this thing? All those certain things that you didn't like. What were those things?
I hate pride
Yeah.
because pride I think nothing really ends well with pride. You might think it does, but it doesn't. Do you understand? And then I think pride is the major thing I basically don't like. And then because once I see someone that has pride, I see the person as okay, come. You are nothing compared to everybody. Or should I say you are not better than everybody? Do you understand? Because once someone is proud, he sees himself better, even if it is in a particular niche. Do you understand? And then that is where humility comes in. Humility is a virtue that should be promoted. You know you are up to something. Do you understand? Humility comes naturally. Like you are up to something, but you just act like okay, this thing I'm up to. Everybody can do it. I'm actually just probably favored for me to be able to do this thing. You understand? So it doesn't make me better than others. Let me use that word. Doesn't make me better than others. Like me coming on this podcast and talking doesn't make me better than others. Do you understand? Or me trying to say my view about the world doesn't make me better than others. Do you understand? So that is it. And then pride. People actually know or have had relationships with I mean normal relationship. Pride didn't end well with them. Because no, once you realize you're proud, you realize you've wasted time. Like it's more like pride eats up your time, and then you beat up yourself, and then you can't even make up for that time anymore. And then a lot of things just go down with someone that realizes, okay, he has been proud for a particular time, and then it's actually hard for for you to make someone that is proud understand that is proud. Like how do you explain? It comes with the natural talent to talk to someone. And that's why I feel anyone that is proud, I leave him on his own lane or you or her on his own lane because how can I talk you down? Once you are seeing me as your inferior, so how can I talk you down to it? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like there is no way I can talk you down to listening to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just mentioned something down that I think is like synonymous to some current happenings right now about this guy that got killed in the boarding school, Sylvester.
Yeah,
So
more
I
like
think like for people who attended boarding school, and I saw it in like people. There was a lot of pride in people, and like just people that were a class ahead of you, and
yeah,
you had to call them seniors.
senior.
And these people were full with like a lot of wickedness and rage. So they could beat you, slap you, take your food, take your money. for like the smallest of things. And I think all those things are as a result of like what you were saying prior to, and like people are not really conscious of how they behave. They give into their most animalistic instincts of wanting to be dominant and others. That need to for their ego to like be above other people's own.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think like yeah, it's really dangerous. Not just the fact that it is like bad. It could be dangerous. I mean, some sense, some kind of humility. Sorry, some kind of pride might be like maybe good. I don't know if somebody is like talking about their work. Okay, they can do that. But like I just feel like if um if your pride is like harmful if your pride gets to the point where it's harmful for other people, then we can say it's really bad. Then I guess.
Yeah, more like you said something about your fight should be that times whereby your fight should be actually be exercised. Well, I can't call that fight because I would basically say you are knowing your worth. Do you understand? And then once you know your worth, just like me knowing my worth, that I don't like poor people. Do you understand? And then I can't boo with them because the moment they hack, like I get irritated, and then getting angry is stress on its own. So I like to avoid that and then be on my own lane. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So, but well, the thing is there is a difference between knowing your worth and being proud. You understand? And then being proud comes mostly in all directions. Like you feel like okay, why would this be happening? And then you feel okay, you are bigger than this, and apparently you are not. You know, we all had everybody like we were speaking about ball, like we were speaking about football recently, and then we were speaking about we were making comparison about Ronaldo and then Messi, and then people were like, Ronaldo is an evil. He played in the evils and then played in all of that, and then Messi was playing Copa America. Apparently, you have only three countries that are actually good, and then I was like, is it Messi's fault that it was given birth to in South America? It is not his fault. You can't blame him for that. So now he has to know his worth. And then regardless of whatever backlash, you understand, he still wants to be the best. So as Ronaldo. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So it is basically a thing. It's basically a thing and there are two different things. Like, when you're proud, you would see everything as wrong. Even you can apparently see God and say God is not God. Do you understand? Because you feel, and no, that is why, and that is why you have people questioning the fact that why is God this and why is God that? Like what you call someone a God, you like apparently you call someone a God, Almighty, like Almighty. Do you know whatever God does, it is doing? Do you understand? Like just for example, do you understand? Like just for example, so it is not like there is this, and then I used to tell people that are proud there is someone greater than you. Like apparently in one corner somewhere, not trying to tell people that he's great, but he is, and then he is. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? He know he is, and then he tends to keep it that way. I am great, and the reason why I'm great is because I'm great for myself. I actually covet this greatness, and I actually got it for myself. I'm achieved. Do you understand? So now, me or being told from any other person is 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 something bad. You understand? It's something bad. You get, and then bad is relative, like people say. So, but apparently, you when you're trying to rub off something on someone, is obviously bad.
So for you now, do you think like greatest problem in society now the ego or pride of people, or what do you think like the most prevalent problem right now?
Negligence,
Okay.
negligence, negligence, negligence. You know, the thing is, I did psychology, and then with this psychology, I did psychology 101, like people say, and I furthered also into psychology, and then I realized that there is this thing called ego, super ego, and high D. Apparently, everybody will know it. You understand? I think ego is the complete form of these things. Do you understand? And then, as much as psychology will paint it. Ego still has this kind of ego, like ego feels like a human in yourself. You know, ego is like a human in yourself. Do you understand? Like you, like a consciousness in a consciousness. That's what ego is. And then every consciousness will never want to hurt itself. Do you understand? Now it has now there is a battle of which consciousness is stronger. But people tend to give in to their ego. Apparently, my ego wants me to tell the world that I've actually made 100 million before, and I want to step on people. And then, but no, my consciousness, sorry, my conscience to tell me that this thing is bad. That is now, and that is why you have like I used to tell, like I was, there was this particular person that used to call me a therapist, more like, and then the person will tell me, sorry, I used to tell the person that you have to set a trigger to actions. Do you understand? And this trigger will be the ones to determine. Once you set a trigger, the trigger serves as a neutral ground. You understand? The trigger will serve as a neutral ground to accept anything. Once you set a trigger, you get angry less, you make good decisions. Do you understand? And then I used to I get a lot of questions. How do you set trigger? It's easy. Like it's easy. You have your ego, you have your conscience. Like you okay now, you have a consciousness called ego, and you have your another consciousness called your mind. Do you understand? Now, your mind your mind has to satisfy what the ego wants. Do you understand? And then I'm here to tell you that your ego wants you to always be at the top, which apparently you don't have to. Your ego wants to tell you that you are better than everybody in the world. You are not. Do you understand? So now and then this thing comes in a very unnoticeable manner. You think it is your mind. You think that is who you are. You understand? And then when you see someone that are actually conquer this thing, you see their lifestyle. You think they are mad. They are not. Apparently, I'm still dealing with some of my ego issues. Do you understand? But still, once you see someone that has conquered this thing, you would basically know. Like it comes through from the dressing itself. Do you understand? And then it goes once you start engaging the person to a conversation, you will know. And then the moment you go to the person's crib, you'll be like, wow, so you that I was speaking to, and then you are looking like this. So these are the things you are doing in your personal space. And the person will be like, well, what can I say? And that's true. What can you say? Did they say I did this? It's good to count achievements. It's good for people to know your achievements. And at the same time, people don't really care. I tell people, I don't care. You tell me you've achieved this. If you're not really listening to me, I don't care. Do you understand? I don't care because I don't know you. Do you understand? Well, it comes in different ways though.
Yeah. So apart from I think your what you're saying resonates with me because there's this book, Ego is the Enemy. I've forgotten the author now, although I've not really fully read the book before, but I've seen it somewhere. And then it talks about certain things, probably just the same ideas that you're saying right now. So, like in society right now, I tend to see like some of them I try to comment on, then some of them I bring people on this podcast like comment on, and sometimes I get like a lot of criticism just from saying certain things that about society I don't like, and that's like based off just even apart from the podcast, and people come for you because people are like really socialized in the norm. They like what they feel is normal. Yeah. And me, and I'm a divergent person. I tend to think that that's not a label. I just tend to like go against certain things that are considered normal because I just don't like certain things.
No, it's
And I think
because
that certain things should evolve.
it's because we've diverted from normal. That is why you think you are actually going against everything normal. No, the thing is normal is when a female tends to see a male, and then the female has to understand, like it is in the nature of of a female to always ask. Yeah, we understand that. Do you understand? Like we understand that. But it's also in the nature of a female to also understand that a man is a lot of things. Do you understand? Like a man is a lot of things. And then that's because the society has demanded us to do this. And we are getting up to the responsibility. You know what I would say the problem of the females are presently is that they are less they have less expectations. Number one, um you are nothing until you start your inner self and say this is not who I am. Apparently Kylie Jenner would wear makeup, would do this, would do that, would do this, and then I think they call it face bit or something, and then people would say she's living her best life. Um, well, no comment though, but she's not. Apparently, she's not. Do you get it? And then the reason why there is always there is always avenue for making money all the time is because I think money covers our problems and our failures. Do you understand? Now, imagine a man that does not really know how to do much on bed. He has to take things that will help him to boost his whatever. Do you understand? And then imagine a female that people tend to say she's this, she's that, and then she's not she's not what being a female. She goes ahead to do the kaya mata of everything. I think they call it I think I don't know what they call it, but kaya mata is the general word for it. So and then all these things come as a obligation from the society. You feel you're obligated to these things. Have you sat down and searched your inner self? Like come on girl, you can change the world. And when I mean change the world, you don't see you know something. You can't change the world when you're in opposition with the other gender. You can only change your gender. You cannot change the whole world. Now you want the world to see you in a different way. Take responsibility of being a female. And do you know what being a female is? Being a female is basically understanding the man, the male aspect, and then executing things. And also, but see, I think females are the avatar. You know what avatar is?
Yeah.
They keep the balance.
Well, I don't know. That sounds like a responsibility on a female now. And for me, I'm probably more against any kind of oh, this is what a person should do because this is the agenda. Now that seems like oh, this is what a woman should do. This is like our responsibility. I don't know, but I might not necessarily agree with that to like a certain extent.
Okay, if you don't agree, that means you've actually designed for uncertainties.
Yeah, yeah. I think that to a large extent uncertainties are good, and I still want to like always frame the world to this thing where okay, this has to be exact all the time, and I don't believe in that because it doesn't give that room for freedom. I
Okay,
like unbounded freedom.
okay. If there are uncertainties, the world will not be where it is now. Because
Yeah, yeah, the world will not be where it is, but like certain things might be exact, but certain things should flow with that uncertainty.
no, that is where the problem comes in. Now, if you feel certain things should come with uncertainties and then certain things should be exact, then what are those certain things? Well, do you understand? Because you have to tell everybody what should come with uncertainties. Do you understand? Female wants the male to be protective, to be provider, and then they want from us. Do you understand? Like they want from us, and then male don't like asking, what are you here to offer me? I think the questions start getting I think rampant these days. But on a normal ground, you shouldn't. I don't think the question should actually exist because because it is like you have your responsibilities laid down for you. You cover the gaps, and then it's
Yeah, these responsibilities we talk about, the what I expected of.
yeah
Yeah, this is something that I battle with because like I don't want to be I don't want somebody to tell me I have a responsibility
responsibility.
based on. Of course, I have I have responsibilities as a person, and those are responsibilities I probably or based or responsibilities that are based off of the choices I made. But like a responsibility given to me by society, and like this is what you're supposed to do because I don't bend to that. Like
And that's the traditional man, and you cannot change who the traditional man is because the ninth. Well, let me use the word because the 15th century was this, and the 21st century is this. Does not make the responsibility of a man change. Once you have these things cut out for you, you would see. I would basically say the world will be free of less problems. Do you understand? And do you know the reason why a man will rape a woman is because does not his responsibility. He didn't know his responsibility because a man should see a female and protect the female. It is a natural. It is biological that says the male is the stronger vessel and the female is the weaker vessel. And this is no insult to females. You understand? But it comes this way, and then you can't change this things. Do you understand? And then a man would see a female and also take advantage of that female. That is where we can have issues. I was reading something on Twitter about I think someone was talking about masculinity and then masculine toxic nature and all of that. And then the person was actually saying there is I think there is no really there is nothing really like the masculine toxic nature or something. And then one female came on the comment section and said, okay, my mom started a kerosene business. I would say it according to how I read it. But probably I can rephrase it more like my mom started a kerosene business and then my dad saw it was booming. So he started okay, let me use the word, it started booming. And then my dad saw it was booming and he burnt down the kerosene business. And then she came on Twitter to say that is masculine toxic. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, that is your family's problem, not the whole world's problem. You cannot say because your dad did this. That's how other men are doing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We they are better. Don't dwell on the don't dwell. See, I read something on Instagram. See, male are the ones with the most suicidal thoughts, and the male are the ones that commit suicide the most. And that's because females see that females because the other gender which I know of is the female gender, and then the females tend to say that the male are the stronger gender, so they need to kill their emotions. When did that start? Well, it has been in institution since, but still, I feel that is bad because if you that is I think that's the foundation of where females start thinking that the male should step down for the females to take over. It is because you're not taking responsibility. Do you know the reason why the first person to go to the moon was a man? It was because it was a man that took responsibility. The other females were scared. Do you understand? If you could actually have someone, you know something. Do it like this. Now, don't see yourself in competition. Don't see yourself in competition with a man. See yourself as a female and a female alone, and then you can do other things normal humans are doing. Do you understand? Try and do it. If you can achieve it, no problem. If you can't, it is also no problem. It doesn't make you less of a gender, and it doesn't make you weaker. Do you understand? But something is. I read something online, and then I was true. Do you know I was true? Because that same thing, if a man should do it, how many people will hear of it? You bought a house in Ireland, you bought a Range Rover, and then everybody is hearing of no now we are better off that. Do you know how many men are making millions in their roof? I met an Igbo man. The guy is staying in a self con and then he's controlling. If you see the amount he counts in his backyard, let me use that word. And then nobody knows about these things, but because you know This that is not the peak of your achievement. You can change the way the world sees you. You understand? Not the thing is there are other female aspects that believe female should be who they are. And there's another female aspect that wants and wants the male to call them male. And then where do you want to put the male? Where do you want to put the male gender? That is why we have to cut out responsibilities for each other. Alternatives are bad, like very, very bad. Just like you saying you're standing in the middle. I was arguing with a friend one, and then the friend was like, "They don't like neutrality because in your mind you are actually picking something, but you are coming out." But when I say that I don't like neutrality, I mean what is within you, what is inside you, what you know it is. Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think it depends on choice, and everybody should be able to like live what they want to live. Like if you want to be exact and be traditional, sure, go ahead. You want to be, you want to do things certain way that like our um, social norm. Then fine. Although there will cause a lot of conflict in two
Yeah,
parties, but
that
like
is what I'm trying to
let's
say.
just see how it goes. So one thing I'm interested about is because like there's something we're talking about based off of society, like the way the world is going, we tend to spend more social platforms, real with new technologies coming, like the metaverse. Tend to spend
Yeah,
more time
on the internet,
on internet, virtual.
virtual space.
So, and this is really important because something I was saying in another podcast that check the blue check mark or Instagram means so much to people. These things have no real life value, but that social validation is a lot.
Well, I think people are now attaching these things to the physical value
Yeah.
now.
So, but here's what I'm going to like. You think that you think that in the future, do you foresee any problem us being more virtual than real?
There are already problems, except want to deny that fact. And then this problem is from our generation. I used to think the former generation was had issues, but actually I later found out that this generation will be worse. The thing is not about correcting what the former generation has done. It's about being better and then not making much mistakes. Do you understand? Virtual and reality. I don't think virtual should really affect your reality. Do you understand? When Facebook introduced the metaverse, they said you can go to work in the metaverse. You can apparently have a date in the metaverse. I think you can see yourself as the president of Nigeria in the metaverse. Do you know all these things? And then you basically know at some point that these things are not real. Once you are out of that metaverse. And then once it comes to reality, come on, be better. Do you understand? So now I was talking about this generation. We are good at making money. Yes, I can't deny that fact. And then I think I love that fact about this generation. But I think we are not also accountable. And this accountability is a lot of problem. Accountable to who exactly? People is asking that question. Who should I be accountable to? I am a sovereign person and this and that. Well, except you want to deny the fact that the word's opinion matter, and because the word opinion is fucked up now, let me use that word. Sorry, because the word opinion is fucked up now does not mean you're a better person. I was reading something, and then the person was saying, "You're not a bad bitch. You're just insolent, trying to cover up your life with so." It's at some point it is true. When did the word bad bitch become bad bitch, boss bitch, well, you could actually use something better, probably a better language, if I can say. But back to what I was trying to say. This generation is making a lot of mistakes, and then it's going to extend to the other generation, and then they will curse us for doing this mistake. I mean, cause I don't mean they are going to lay curse or something, but they will complain because once you have these things laid down, it's just like saying now you have this generation, and then they will tell you, "Don't judge me." Oh, when did that start? Apparently, your parents. I was telling my friend this morning. He was narrating his ordeal to me about when he was in secondary school and then his parents and all of that. And I was like, every African parent will judge you before you even say what is in your mind. Yeah, they made that mistake. They hid a lot of things from us, and that is what is actually causing this problem now. They hid a lot of things from us, like you hiding the fact that once a child goes to university, is going to have sex. It's bad. You know, something I realize is, people do this out of fear and out of the fact that they've not actually experienced this thing. You understand? And then once you start doing it and then you like it, or you don't even know how to get out, there is going to be a problem. Do you understand? So we need to be accountable to each other. And when I mean accountable, I don't mean that is where balance comes in. Balance is, you see, once you live a life, once you are on earth, do you understand? There are some things that you have to do that might be excess. That's where balance comes in. Now, balance simply means you put things in place. How do you relate with people? When you set a boundary to people, do you understand? When you set a boundary, do you understand? And also at the same time, once you see something that is wrong, you don't condone it. Do you understand? Because you don't want to be accountable. That is why you are telling other people not to judge people. Let them live their life. Apparently, I used to tell people this. You don't have a life of your own. Funny thing, you are living a life of should I say cumulative life. What you've seen from one person, you pick it, another person you pick it, another person you pick it, and then you sum it up to say it is your life. Well, you might not understand that yet because you are still thinking right now that you are you are living your life, and then apparently it comes in shock.
Yeah. I
Do you
think what you're
understand?
saying is correct. There's usually a template that people follow and say is they are
Yeah,
living their
yeah,
life.
it's a template. For you to say you are living your life of your own is a template because that is what is rampant now. You understand? And I tell people, for you to tell me that I'm judging you, you must have judged me also. For you to tell me that I'm judging you, you must have judged me that that I'm judgmental. Do you understand? So let's call this whole crap of trying to hide behind some kind of civilization or something. Do you understand? Man has to be accountable. Do you understand? And that is where the advent of laws came in. Laws, you understand?
Yeah.
Laws they keep you in check. And apart from the natural laws you have, you should be able to create an anchor. Do you know what an anchor is? Once you can actually tie your behavior to something, you act right. I used to tell people I'm not perfect, but I know the way to perfection. Do you understand? I can never be perfect, but I know the way to perfection because humans we are so short lived that we can't achieve everything we want to achieve. So how do I want to achieve perfection? Do you understand? And then I met with a Christian brother and he was telling me the only way you can achieve perfection is when you walk in Christ. And I think the Bible has it that walk before me and be blameless. How is that possible? Well, that's the Bible. That's the Bible's claim. Do you understand? And then and then because we are not perfect, do you understand? We should try and work towards perfection. Do you understand? And then once we understand that we have to work towards perfection, do you understand? We build ourselves. Do you understand? It is not only we don't only have to support people with money. Do you understand? We just also have to support people with money. I think that's the only thing people say as help now. I can help you avoid a lot of life mistakes, like marrying the wrong girl, or even getting married at all, or making the wrong choices. You understand? Apparently, I saved someone from lifetime debt after I told him to get off from island and stop living his life to please people. Apparently, he felt like he was not pleasing people, but he is. you are not making, apparently, you are not making 5 million in a year, and then you are staying on the island. The rent costs like 2.52 million, as I know of, and then you spend on that. You are apparently spend on other things, and then things are really expensive there. And then you apparently see you are only moving in circles, 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 because what? You think that is what is making you feel better. No, it's what is making the world feel better. What will make you feel better is when you minimize, sorry, when you minimize your spendings. Do you understand? For example, I'm just giving an example. For example, you minimize your spendings and you apply wisdom. Do you understand? Wisdom is relative, though, but still, there are still some basic things that we are missing out, and then that is a lot of things. Even apparently, when I came here today, I was planning on saying something different. Like I was planning on attacking the whole world, but you cannot be in battle with the whole world. You can never win. You understand? And then that is why you have to love people that still do against things. I used to tell people, you say I don't like him, because he does this. That is what is causing problem. Because you don't want to tell him, you actually have to let him go. Oh, at times you just have to tell him like, okay, this is not what I want, and then people can keep on going together. It's no more than that. Do you understand? It's not more than that. You don't have to. Apparently, you say you will see his match. Oh, you will see his match. His match will only encourage him or egg him on to do that thing. And then that will amount to something big. And then those are the kind of people that will come online and they'll tell you they can. Have you seen an intelligent person with bad claim?
Bad thing.
Yeah.
People could have bad, even if they're intelligent or not.
And then once you see someone that is intelligent that has bad claims, if you're not intelligent, you can't tackle the person.
Yeah, probably. You probably have.
And then I met this guy, and then this guy was telling me people don't think. Is that true?
People think, but people probably don't think independent. They don't think for themselves.
Oh wow. I think you are the first person I'm hearing that is saying this. People don't think independently. It's a lot of things for you to actually make decisions on your own, and there's a lot of things that you actually make decisions affected by someone. Do you understand? Now, I was looking at people, and then because they are so drenched, or should I say drenched in saying I don't want you to tell me what to do. They do a lot of things. And then this person came to meet me one day on my WhatsApp, and he texted me and said, I wish to be like you, but I don't know how to. And I was like, what do you mean me? Or like, I see the word in a different way. Because everybody that is born into generation has a template. When did we start living on templates?
Yeah, templates are passed down from certain, norms that people were socialized, and the template is what you see manifest itself in everyday person, like the man or
There is a
woman.
difference between socializing and a difference between when you are inculcating bad things. You understand? You understand what I'm trying to say? And then, people used to ask me what's my definition of bad. Well, bad is bad. Bad is what you are trying to justify. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You have all claims to justify it. What is making you so agitated to justify that thing? Because if you basically feel it is, you don't need to justify it. Because let me tell you something. Once something is good to you, do you understand? You don't care about other claims. Just like saying, what's like people, okay, so you have allergies now, do you understand? And then when people tell you that, okay, your allergy is sweet and all of that, you will not say anything. Because you feel, it's your allergy. And then you tend not to say anything. Do you understand? Because you are rest assured, you have this conviction that this thing is not good for me. Do you understand? So, bad is bad. Something you are so hell bent on justifying. And I don't mean I don't mean that when it comes to law, when it comes to law, you have to justify yourself and then you prove yourself right or wrong. Do you understand? But I'm speaking of norms now. I'm speaking of the right and wrong we have out there. Once you are so hell bent on justifying something, watch it. You should basically watch it because why do you want other people to believe this thing?
Yeah, it's just like when you read a book and then you see something in a different way, and then you want every other person to read that. It's basically like that.
Yeah, I met a girl, and then I was trying to impose my ideology on the girl, and then the girl burst out and saying, "You can't expect me to be like you." Did you get it? That is it. That is the thing. Once you know something is good, you understand. We are doing something. You are doing something right. That is when you see the criticized pastors on Twitter or something. The pastors don't even tend to reply because they know they are serving a God that is greater than everybody. Do you understand? So they are only accountable to God and not people. Like
Yeah,
if you met spiritual people, I don't think they really care, and that's why people see them as dogmatic.
probably.
Yeah, because one day they say you believe in something that is not real. Do you believe that? You believe something that is not real?
I mean, what is real is what is real to them. So
Uh,
I don't really like to base my own argument on. I don't really like to
well,
delve into people's spiritual beliefs because I just feel like it's your own thing. Is how you perceive the world, and if it's sweet for you, you should
well, I
indulge
think
yourself in it.
I think I'm not here for
So far, it does not harm me. Yeah.
spirituality is a big topic on its own. Uh, I- and then I've been trying to actually I've spoken with a lot of spiritual people and understand their claims, and then seems to it seems to all go well with me. You understand? Because my life is not hard. You offend me, I forgive you, and then it's not easy to forget per se, but
Yeah.
I just tend to see you as okay, um that's who he is. I will tell him what it is bad, and apparently
Sure.
he will not. Do you understand? So, and then just to cut the long story short, I would love to have another episode, Passy, and then I would love to explain my basic more views though about what the world like. I would love to go into some aspects. Probably it can be ethics itself.
Yeah.
You
I
understand?
would do probably more physical and psychological and like ethical conversation.
Yeah, I would love that. I read a lot of philosophers.
Yeah. So there's one question I like to ask for like when I'm around. What's the meaning of life? I like to ask questions because they're interesting and I like to know people's. So what do you think the meaning of life?
Well, life is life is life, and life is what I think is life is the reality. You understand? No, fantasy is also a life. Do you understand? Fantasy is also a life. But when you talk about true meaning of life is once you are facing reality, you are facing things that are facing you. Do you understand? Your problems are facing you and you are facing them. Do you understand? So well, apparently life is what you say it is per se though. You understand? And then your view about life. People's view about life is different. But according to me, if life is once you are because apparently this life is full of problems. You encounter one problem or the other. So well, like once you encounter them, once you face it and you conquer it, you didn't conquer it, it's still life. You conquer it, it's still life. Do you understand? So not really much of a big deal like that.
Yeah. I like your perspective on that, and I think that it is warming. I mean, in fact, I say it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's in a light-hearted tone. Just so if you want to talk about where people can find you, you give some interesting opinions. Maybe some people want to ask questions, some people want to hear other opinions that you have on other things. Where can they reach you?
I'm not really a social person. I'm not weird. But I think on my Instagram, I think my Instagram is Black Folajin. BLACK then FOLAJIN. And then yeah, you can reach me on my Instagram. You can reach me via my email, Temidayo Folajin. That is Temidayo then FOLAJIN at yahoo.com. I would love response. I think is why I see myself as this is because I've listened to a lot of people, and then I think I've known a lot of people's claim, and then I can deduce from people's claim. I'm not trying to say I'm better, but I'm just trying to tell you. You understand? So you can actually message me. I love to know a lot of people's claim. If you're against what I'm saying today, please let's talk. Like I would love to talk with you. Like even in extensive, you can actually have a call. You can have whatever you wish we could do. I'm open for it. I'm flexible. So let me know. My email and then my Instagram. So I think that's it.
Okay, sure, that's fine. I'll put your links in the description also. And yeah, thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for sharing opinions. You gave a lot of
you're welcome.
thoughts, and
You're
I
welcome.
think it's something that people would ponder on.
And also, I'm working on this project of mine, personal project of mine, and the personal project is women in tech, because I feel women represent excellence, and then whatever they actually put their hands in, it comes out excellently. So I probably, if you want to know more about the event, you can actually get to my email or get to me through Instagram. So you can talk about that a lot, because I'm looking for advocates. I would love to have feminists on the show, like a lot of feminists. I would love to have them a lot. So, but that is what I'm working on personally, presently now, and I'm hoping I should get started by January. I'm planning on taking it to different locations, and then that would be Ibadan, Abuja, Lagos, and then one place in the north, Kano. And then I was speaking with a delegate in Enugu. Doesn't seem like it will all go well in Enugu, because I think their cultural this thing is actually thick. But I would still love to. If you can actually help me too, you can. That's no problem. So, but I'm working on that though. I'm letting it known to the world. So.
Yeah, sure, that's definitely cool, and it's something I would probably talk about when I'm giving the introduction for this podcast. Yeah, sure. You just send me a link, or if anything, any more details, I'll add it to the description.
All right, no problem. No
thanks
problem.
a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the end. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to follow or like on social media. Also reach out to me on Instagram or Twitter at Hinted Neuron if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Be expecting my AMA episode, which will be out by the end of the year. I'll be doing an AMA episode, and you should also expect that. So that's it for me this week. And until then, stay curious.